Welcome to the most anticipated match of today. I am Coachable, here to give you some coachable moments. Let's get into it. This build is the Rend Blackhand build. It was actually interesting how it was made. It started off with the chickens, and what it turned into is nothing short of a miracle. It is based off of Rend Blackhand and his squad. So every other mini besides Rend Blackhand, besides the leader, is a squad unit. In this build, we have Rend Blackhand, who's the leader. We have skeletons. We have Mountaineer. We have Murloc Tide Hunters. What else is there? There's the Whelp Eggs. There's the Harpies. And am I forgetting one? Yes, I am. There's Defias Bandits as well. On top of the Miner, and we have our build. This build, like I said, it started out with chickens and it started out with the dinosaurs. I forget what they're called. But it was funny how it started out because it was just terrible. I just wanted to test out and see if I could make a half decent build with only squad units. And if I'm being honest, Rend Blackhand was the key to this build just because this build was very weak against aerial units. But with Rend Blackhand, that just completely dominates the aerial aspect of any counter. Now the rotation would generally be as follows. Rend Blackhand, you want to use him as a tank, and then behind him, you want to try and use Harpies. And one thing I should have expected, but I just didn't realize at the time, was using Rend Blackhand, any flying unit gets -1 gold. So the Harpies, instead of 3 gold, they're using 2 gold. So, like I said, the first grouping is you want to use Rend Blackhand and then with Harpies, and that's your flying grouping. The second grouping you want to try and go with is Mountaineer, and then behind that, use Murloc Tide Hunters. This isn't your flying, but it's your anti-flying as well as just kind of damage. Now the bandits you want to use just to be cheeky. Yes, we are going to call them cheeky bandits. That is their name for now and forevermore. So they're going to help either support or intercept any counter that's coming in a lane. Skeletons are going to be the same thing. Especially skeletons, I primarily use for the enemy's gold miner. That way you can intercept the gold miner, they can't get any gold, and then you just overpower them and then make them go home and cry. Last but not least are the Whelp Eggs. You want to use Whelp Eggs as a defense, as you'll see me do generally in one of the lanes on the second match. As a single rotation, they can be pesky, but if you're able to get 2 sets of Whelp Eggs in one lane, then it really just becomes very annoying for any enemy counter that wants to try and overtake that lane. It's just super annoying. I've been on the back end of it where I try and do that, and it's super annoying to have 6 Whelp Eggs just all of a sudden spawn, and then it's just no good. Well, that wraps up this build, which I am now calling Rend Blackhand and his squad. If you're looking for a way to level minis you may not necessarily normally play with, this is a great build to use, especially with the Murloc Tide Hunters, the Cheeky Bandits, not Defias Bandits, it's Cheeky Bandits, as well as the Mountaineer. It was a fun build, and I will have another one for you soon. Have a good day.
Line 'em up.